When we are not fervent in our faith, when we do not shine out our faith to others, when we become complacent, we will hide our faith because we are afraid that others will know who we believe and which church we belong to. Complacency will result eventually in the loss of faith. By hiding our faith, we will lose whatever we have. So complacency, my dear brothers and sisters, is the first warning that the Lord has given to us. The second warning is indifference. Hearing the word of God, being available to the word of God, is the first step in deepening our relationship with the Lord. How available are we to the word of God in our life? Most do not read the word of God. We are not receptive to the word of God. It's important that if we do not want to be indifferent to the word of God, we must pay careful attention. Because perhaps God has a message for you. If you had paid attention, the word of God would have spoken to you and give you the direction that you needed. Unfortunately, our preoccupations lead us away from the word of God. And thirdly, if we do not share our faith, if we do not hear the word of God, whatever little faith we have will be lost. If we want to be vibrant in our faith, we must be in close contact with the body of Jesus, and especially in the Eucharist we celebrate. Be in touch with Jesus in a very personal, real way that helps us to make sure our relationship with Jesus is alive, intense, personal, real, and not just on the level of the head. Secondly, a reminder that we need to renew our baptismal vows all the time, because it is renewing our baptismal vows by going back to that very beginning when we fell in love with Jesus. That will give us the strength to continue, especially when the journey is tough. Why do we celebrate wedding anniversaries? To remember the time when you fell in love with each other. So that when we try to recover that love, then we can continue with that relationship. And thirdly, a faith without charity, without good works, without hope, that faith cannot be sustained. And finally, we must encourage one another to be with the community so that we can support each other. If we do not support each other, our faith will be weakened. That is why we need always to belong to a faith community. And it is the faith community that will sustain us.